Okay, in this video we're going to look at reciprocal trig ratios. Well, first, the primary trig ratios are sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta. And the formulas for each of these with a right triangle are just sine theta is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Okay, so the opposite is the side opposite the angle that we're talking about. Okay, and so we write opposite over hypotenuse for sine theta. For cosine theta, it's using the hypotenuse again, but it's the adjacent. So the side connected to the angle over the hypotenuse. And the tan is the other combination of the sides. So tan theta is the opposite to the angle over the adjacent. Okay. The reciprocal trig functions are just the reciprocals of these ratios. So the reciprocal of sine theta is going to be hypotenuse over opposite. And we have a name for that. So these are the primary trig ratios, and these will be the secondary ones. So the reciprocal of sine theta we call cosecant, and we use the letter CSC to represent that. So cosecant theta, which equals hypotenuse over opposite. And then the reciprocal of cosine theta we call secant theta, and we use SEC to represent that, which equals hypotenuse over adjacent. And the reciprocal of tan is cotan, which equals adjacent over opposite. Okay, so these are the reciprocal trig ratios. So primary, reciprocal. Okay. It's just now we have all the combinations of sides divided by other sides for the angles. Your calculator most likely only has these buttons on it. So in order to find the cosecant or secant or cotan of an angle with your calculator, you need to convert it to sine, cos, or tan, which is quite easy. So if you wanted to find the cosecant of, say, 32 degrees, well then on your calculator you're not going to press in cosecant 32 degrees unless you have a calculator with that button. What you would do is just change that. So cosecant equals 1 over sine. Okay? So 1 over sine of 32 degrees. Okay? So the reciprocal. So because cosecant is 1 over sine, we write it like this. And then on your calculator, you just plug that in. So plug in on your calculator, you have 1 divided by sine 32, close that bracket, and it just gives you 1.887. Okay, so in order to evaluate these, you have to convert them to sine, cosine, or tan. Okay, so basically you can write sine theta equals 1 over cosecant theta, or cosecant theta equals 1 over sine theta. And that's true for the other ones as well. So cosine theta equals 1 over secant theta, or secant theta equals 1 over cos theta. They're the reciprocals. And last, tan theta equals 1 over cotan theta, or cotan theta equals 1 over tan theta. Okay? So on your calculators, if you want to figure out what the angles are, you need to convert them to sine, cos, or tan. if you had something like cotan theta equals 0.934, then in order to figure out theta, again, you have to convert this to tan. So it'll be 1 over tan theta equals 0.934. And then if you use some algebra with this, bring the tan theta up, that down, or you just take the reciprocal of both sides. So you get tan theta equals 1 over 0.934. And then to find out theta, now you can use inverse tan on your calculator. So tan minus 1 of 1 over 0.934. Okay, and on your calculator, second function tan, to get tan inverse, 1 divided by 0.934. And you get an angle of 46.96 degrees. 0.95 degrees. Okay. And that's how we work with reciprocal trig ratios for now.